Now with that camera, it is a single camera, which, maybe people care a lot about it in this day and age. I especially do, okay? I think if you have a single camera setup, you can have the best single camera setup, but you can also have a really decent double camera setup or triple camera setup that would technically be better than that single camera. And it has a lot to do with functionality and just the features in general. Now with the Galaxy S8, it does have that 12 megapixel sensor, which I think is pretty good. I think the S7, S7 Edge, that era, even the S6, those Samsung phones always had really good cameras. But as we get, older and older, and as these phones get older and older, and these new phones keep getting better and better, we start to compare this phone against that phone. And I can definitely tell you when the S8 came out, I think that year it was pretty much said that it had one of the best cameras. I think the Pixel 2 or 2 XL probably took the lead on that year, but still the Galaxy S8, in my opinion, has a pretty decent camera setup. It can do 4K at 30, and if you're outdoors, if you're taking photos like that, I think for a majority of the task, you're probably going to be okay. I don't think you're going to get like the best looking photos or the best looking photo, camera videos or whatever from this phone compared to any other phone that came out in the last like 2 years. But I think for a 2017 phone, like I said, it's actually not bad. Now, unfortunately, the same year we got the iPhone 10 that I think probably has a better camera than this. Not only can you have, a dual camera setup, but you can also do 4K at 60. But I think the S8's camera is actually pretty decent. And even in the later part of 2020, we just got the Note 20s and Note 20 Ultras. I think this camera setup is probably better than not. On the front, you also have a 8 megapixel wide angle lens and a 2 megapixel iris scanner, which I never knew if it did anything. I think it was just like an eye tracing thing. Other than that, I don't think it really had functionality to increase in the camera quality. You can do 1440p videos on it, but other than that, for the most part, it's a pretty much, done deal when it comes down to the camera. I think it's probably a good camera to pick up, but I probably wouldn't recommend it to a lot of people. But I think in terms of the camera setup, that really hits on it for the most part. Now, another